I'm Aida Escobar, and this is the Library Board of the City of Pharr. And we welcome you to the regular call meeting on this Thursday, November the 18th. Aida Escobar, and this is the Library Board of the City of Pharr. And we welcome regular call meeting on this. It is now, oh, stop. Okay. It is now 6 o'clock. At this time, I call the meeting to order. May we please have roll call?
Miss Anita Vela,
Present.
Miss Aida Escobar,
Present.
Miss Claudia Garcia,
Present.
Miss Olga Cardosa,
She'll be arriving late.
Miss Emma Rosales Garcia,
Present.
Miss Diana Ruiz,
Present.
Miss Mary Q Gonzalez,
Late.
absent. Absent? Absent.
Oh, sorry.
We do have a quorum.
We have a quorum. Do I hear a motion to excuse absences? One absent.
A motion.
Do I hear a second?
I second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. We are now in open session, and our next item on our general agenda is approval of the minutes for September the 16th, 2021. Have you had time to read them? A little bit? Are there any corrections to the minutes? None?
None.
Okay. If not, do I hear a motion to approve the minutes as written?
I make a motion that we approve the minutes as written.
Moved by Diana Ruiz. Seconded?
I'll second.
Anita, seconded. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Okay. At this time, our next item on the agenda is a presentation of the director's report. We want to welcome Mr. Adolfo Garcia. And he's going to be followed by the supervisor's department
Yes.
reports.
Yes, I'll be followed by Mike from the DRC, Daniela, our children's supervisor, and then Carlos, who's also supervisor in the reference department. So if I may go ahead and then start, we did start the year pretty well. Our budget was approved. Our city is highly supportive of the library, so I'll just go ahead and start with a report. Traffic is picking up at the library. I know post-COVID, hopefully everyone's vaccinated. Staff is very welcoming to the people who do come in. I would just be going over this. Next time we'll put page numbers that was recommended by one of the board members.
Okay,
That way it'll be easier to find the place where
there we go.
that
Got
we're
it.
talking about. So on the library's report, library director's report, like I was mentioning, traffic is picking up. DRC, just in the month of October, they get over 2,100 people. Main library gate count, we're used to, 18,000 a month. 1/3 of that, 8,571 was our gate count. So slowly we're picking up traffic. I can't tell you exactly what they're doing. Sometimes, most of the time they come in for computers and our bestseller books. Circulation, 1,400, a little bit of 1,400 at the DRC, at the main library over 3,700. As far as revenues, this is the money that we collect from our patrons for primarily printouts and faxing. A little bit over 1,000 at the DRC, and little bit over 3,700 at the main library. Cafe is open again. We have the best cup of coffee in the city of Pharr. Our very own Pharr Bucks is at the Pharr Memorial Library, Cafe 121. We're open every day of the week, even weekends. We do open at 9 a.m. at the Cafe 121. For those of you who don't know that the library has a little cafe, please stop by and have the best cup of coffee that you'll ever have in the city of Pharr.
Okay.
Just thought I'd throw it in there. Like I said, our budget was approved a little bit more than last year's. It has to do with the fact that we are gonna replace some aging AC units at the library. That's why it's a little bit over $1.6 million. Of course, insurance and benefits usually go up. That's just the norm. I didn't see exactly how much it went up, but the city has account for those expenses. But the main reason it did go up was because of those replacement of the old air conditioning units that we have to replace at the main library. Two primarily are the ones that need to be replaced, and that's going to be an expense about $25,000. That once we get quotes, we'll find out if the actual cost of those two units. So hopefully we'll do it before the summer. That's when we have the most people, and that's when it gets hot. As far as expenses in just the month of October, since our fiscal year started, I have a typo there. It has to be fiscal year 21-22, not fiscal year 2021. We've only used a little bit over 3% of the budget ever since they opened it up for us to start spending, and we spent over almost $53,000 in the month of October. Like I say, it's a pretty healthy budget that we started with. I do want to thank the city of Pharr and also your support to make sure that we do have this healthy budget. Our book budget did go up about $10,000, so we're up to about $90,000 in our book budget compared to other libraries where, compared to McAllen, McAllen and Edinburgh are about the same. McAllen, of course, is much bigger. Our book budget is close to, this year will be about $90,000. And we already have resumed the on-site children's programming as of October 1st at both locations. So Daniela can go over some of those events that we've already hosted. I do want to mention that just about every event has been, I don't want to say sold out, but we normally open up. We started really slow, like opening 5 to 10 slots, and they've all been occupied with the kids and the parents. So Daniela can cover that. We are assisting the city with all the citywide events. We do especially do a lot of printing for the city to promote different events that we're having. Those events coming up are the lighting of the tree at City Hall. Then we have the Christmas Posada for the city downtown. And then there's also going to be a dropping of the New Year's ball on New Year's Eve, December 31st. Or those of you who have time, stop by downtown City Hall. It'll be nice family event in the evening. I think from 8 to midnight.
Who
they'll
takes
have
care of
fireworks.
that?
The city,
That particular activity?
that particular event will be taken care of by City Hall, because there's going to be some food vendors, and also it's going to be nicely set up downtown so that people can have a good time. Kind of like a mini New York City dropping of the ball.
A mini one?
Yes, so we're hoping to have a good attendance. So if we'll do more promotion through the city website. So I do want to mention that there's a lot of activities going on with the city, along with the libraries. We are going to have our very own Christmas night at the library, which would be December 16th. It's coming up. So this will be the first one in 2 years. I think the last one was in 2019. Yes. So the past 2 have been suspended. We all know why. So
Those 2 don't count.
Yes, we won't put them. They're not part of the record.
No.
So we are welcoming. Hopefully we'll have about 200 people at the 250 people. We're planning for 250 guests, patrons, parents, and kids. So we'll be having that event on the 16th of December. We'll have games, story time games, pictures with Santa Claus, and hot chocolate and cookies with kids. And we'll have some partners there giving out prizes as well. So if you want more details, call us or just stop by that night. Normally a few of the board does stop by just to talk to our patrons and just to get a general idea of things going on at the library. Like I was mentioning, we did help out with previous event. The Trail of Terror was the Halloween event for the city. I think that went really well through the library. We did a lot of printing and helped out with personnel to help out with the logistics of hosting that event for the city of Pharr. And we were also tasked with planning the City of Pharr Salute to Veterans parade and fireworks. We didn't need too much of the fireworks because we're not pyrotech techs. So that was taking care of more of the fire department and a third party vendor. But all the planning and logistics of the parade, parade entries, and everything that was the pre-planning and also the day of, we were tasked to do that. So I was very proud that my staff really stepped up to the plate and helped out and making sure we hosted that event. And because we're the library, we're pretty much experts in organization. I think we did a good job for not having a parade in the past 2 years.
I was gonna say, you all did a really good job planning it. It was very organized and everything. It was
Yes, so
awesome.
we're trying to make it as smooth as possible, and I think this was one of the years that it was because we were in charge of it.
Yeah.
The thing is that the entries are sometimes spaced too far from one from the other. And it's the waiting, it's
Mhm.
Pues they stay
way
behind.
out there, the next one, the next entry.
Yes,
That's
we
the
did
only-
have 63 entries. Well, 66 and 66, and 4 of them was 1 no-show and 3 canceled. So total of 62 entries. The very
That's
last one
hot.
was, of course, the 4x4 Club, and we had a lot of veterans. American Legion, we also worked with them, so they were also very, very instrumental in being part of the parade. We did have a parade entry. I mean, ours was one of the biggest and best entries that we've had. Big, bold, and beautiful flag that we were presenting during the parade float.
Is it on social media where we can see it?
I think the parade was a live stream,
Was
and
it?
also if you go to the city's website, they do have
They
it
still have it
saved.
there?
So you're able to see all the floats coming in and out.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Because if you're in it, you don't get to see.
And if you're planning it, you don't get to see it. You just have
Mhm.
to, we're working
Yeah,
the
you're
parade.
busy.
And if you're in it
You're
as
working
an
it.
entry float, really you don't get to see the
You
other
don't get to
ones.
see.
I know Ms. Emma Garcia, she had a float through the Lions Club.
We had the Lions Club.
So, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
And along with that, Hidalgo County Library System, of course, we're part of that library. We're also resuming on-site, in-person meetings. We had a meeting this morning in the Alamo Public Library, Sergeant Fernando de la Rosa Public Library. So we're resuming that. With that comes the ability to be part of the cloud library, our very own digital library through the Hidalgo County Library System. And now we're adding a magazine collection. So exactly we're shooting for about 20,000 books. As far as magazines, there's over 100 selections of magazines. People can download the app and also be able to read magazines like if they were reading an actual magazine. And also the books, we have audiobooks, ebooks, and regular books that you can download on that app. If you need help trying to put it on your phone, come to the library. We'll be more than glad to help you. It's just an added service. I know some of you are educators. If for some reason your students can't get a lot of the classics, sometimes we don't have enough copies of those. They can go and we can help them download the app and also be able to check out those books. Of course, with ebooks, you don't accrue any fines, so it automatically kind of erases from your checkout. So we don't generate any revenue or anything like that. So people are able to check out and not worry about, oh, I'm late, I have to take this book back to the library.
Did you say
It's
the
an
name of the
automatic
app?
return.
Did you say the name of the app?
It's we call it the cloud library. Cloud library.
Cloud
Through
Library?
yeah. We on our library website, you're able to see the app and you're able to see all the book selections that you can get. It's a pretty good service. And we're already open our Galleria 121. That's our very own City of Pharr. I think we're the only library Well, the only agency in the city of Pharr that has a artist Galleria. We recently hosted an art show that Carlos can go into, but it's one of those added services that we have for local artists who want some exposure and put their artwork out there.
Who qualifies for that
Who qualifies? It's a very
to show?
uh, actually, if you're an artist, you can approach us, and we like to have at least 6 months in advance know who's going to be part of the shows. So we try to collect, professional or semi-professional artists. We used to host students, but sometimes it was hard to kind of
Select.
do the selection and also get the art teachers to collect all the artwork and then us to curate them and put them on. So we're working directly with artists. We do pretty much all the work, curate the art pieces, put them on the walls, and then host an art show for the artist and hopefully have a good turnout. So that's kind of picking up traction.
And it's just a show.
it's
They
a
don't
show.
sell them.
They're welcome to sell them, but it's up to them if they're willing to sell their art pieces.
I have a granddaughter paints.
Yes, if you know an artist who wants to show their art pieces, have them come to the library. We can talk to them, put them on the list, and put them on the schedule so that they know when they're going to be showing. That way they can prepare. We have space for about 40 pieces of artwork, and if they have that many, then we're able to host them.
They don't have to be from Pharr,
No, they don't have to be
Or-
that far.
school kids from Pharr. No,
No, it's
anybody
open
can qualify.
to artists.
Well, she's a graduate from Pharr, but
And pretty soon we'll be adding a generator to the DRC in South Pharr. That's to help us with any type of emergency. If we have one in South Pharr, at least the library will be prepared to house any type of shelter, open it up as a shelter, overnight shelter, or if the light goes out, then we're able to keep the lights on with the generator. Within the next month, it should be installed at the DRC. So that'll help us with the operations. And there you can see some of the pictures. Circulation, Catalina was gracious enough to put up her altar for the Day of the Dead. We're happy and glad we have talented staff that are able to decorate the library. Right now, we're transitioning into Christmas. Pretty much everything's already set up and decorated. We just have a few more details, but if you stop by the library, it's nicely decorated for Christmas. Just like our downtown Pharr. Yes.
I didn't see it yesterday
You
because
didn't
I
go
went.
out.
You missed the Christmas
I-
tree.
Because
You
I will
missed
go to
Christmas.
the
You
back
went to the elevator.
through the elevator, so I didn't see
Yeah,
it.
so we're getting ready for that. Any questions?
I have a question. On the main library gate count, do you count the children separately or are they included in this particular count?
They're included in the count. Anyone who passes through the front doors, there's a people counter, and as long as they're over 3 feet tall,
And that's what I was gonna ask.
yes, it'll count that foot traffic.
So
So if
really,
they're under 2 feet or 3 feet, pretty much they're on their parents' arms, right? Or they're kind of
yeah,
just walking in there, but it'll count anyone walking through
great.
through that gate.
So it
So,
has,
yeah, it
kids
doesn't-
have never stopped coming to the library.
No, kids and parents haven't stopped coming. It might have slowed down, but it'll pick up.
That is good.
Yes.
Thank you.
Uh,
Any other questions?
If you don't have more questions, I'll hand it over to Mike. I think he's next on the presentations. If you have a question for him, he'll be come up.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Very impressive report.
Hello, good afternoon. My name is Mike Singletary. I'm the branch manager at the Development and Research Center. I'm going to go over a few of the organizations that have used our conference rooms. The first one being Arise. They're a nonprofit organization that's there in our area. They've used our conference rooms for two things, for English classes and for computer training. And they've used it for quite a long time. They started in August. They did half of August, September, October, and they finished it in the first week of November. So they've used it every Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday.
Wow.
So they've been using it continuously for the past 3.5 months. They've only stopped when the county elections started up. They required the room. That was from October 18th to November 2nd. It was a slow election. There wasn't that many people because there wasn't any
Campaign.
candidates.
Campaign.
Yeah, there wasn't any campaign people outside campaigning. And so it was mainly just amendments and things that were being
Yes.
ratified or
Not interesting. No.
right. Yeah, not interesting. Another thing that was there was the UTRGV mobile health unit. They came over on October 13th. They used our conference room and they parked their mobile health unit outside. They did screenings. And we had a Thanksgiving luncheon for first responders that was on November 4th. They had turkey dinner or turkey lunch for first responders, police officers, fire department.
Oh, nice.
They invited all of the Pharr PD. You see the pictures there. That's the police chief and the mayor. The mayor came by as well. They invited the county as well. They were the sheriff, and it was a pretty big event. There was about 90 people that showed up to that event. Yeah, those were the main organizations that used our conference
Who
rooms.
sponsored it?
Oh, it was yeah, it's the
Oh, yeah,
Academia
but who's
Cristiana
that?
del Aire. It's a local Christian radio station that's there.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I couldn't tell what it was.
Yeah, it's the banner says Academia Cristiana del Aire,
Oh,
inspira.com.
okay.
They sponsored the lunches.
That was nice.
And as far as the library side of the DRC, we've taken down our Halloween decorations and we've started putting up Christmas decorations. So we're getting ready for Christmas.
Great.
And like Mr. Garcia has said, our numbers are picking up.
Yes, they look good.
Yeah, in the afternoon we've got more people coming in, more kids coming in after school as well. So we're getting back to normal slowly.
When do they really come in? Is it in, late in the day or
It's-
Saturdays and Sundays or?
It's late in the day. During the week, Monday through Friday, I would say they come in at around 3 p.m. That's when most of them come in. And in the weekends, it's at around 12 to 1 when they start coming in.
Great.
And as far as the rest of the building in the back, the exhibit hall is still being used for pickleball by Parks and Recreation. One of our offices is being used by the water department to take water payments. So they're getting people into the DRC as well. So
Great.
The library is open till what time? The one over there?
the library is open from 9 to 7 Monday through Thursday. 9 to 7. Friday we're open from 9 to 6, and then Saturday and Sunday we're open from what is it, 12, 1 to 4, 12 to 5.
Now with the time change, it gets dark.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Early for the kids.
It's been getting darker. Right.
But it's well lit around there, right?
Yes. Yes. We have lights in the south side and the north side, and the side of the building as well has lights. So it's well lit.
Most children get driven there, right? They don't walk, or do they walk?
We
From
have some
the
that
neighborhood.
walk.
You have some?
Yeah, we have
across?
some that walk across, and most of them get driven though.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's pretty well centered, the
Right.
library, so
Right.
they can walk.
Yeah.
You don't have any walkers? You don't have any people that walk them across or anything like that?
Oh no, like
schools?
exercise people that walk. Oh, crosswalkers? No.
Yeah.
No.
Crossing guards?
No.
I used to have my crossing guards at Longoria all the time.
It is a heavy traffic.
Uh-uh.
Yeah.
There's a lot of traffic.
I
on
mean,
that
there,
road.
I mean,
That-
there
that
should,
street is a
there
very
should, there
traffic,
should be,
yes.
there should be one.
Put it in the budget.
Okay. budget.
In the budget.
Okay. All right, thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you.
sir.
Take it off. Well, good afternoon. My name is Daniela Luevano, and I'm the children's supervisor at the Pharr Memorial Library. As Mr. Garcia said, we have resumed our activities back again in person. We started back in October 1st, and we are now moving forward with November. We started slow. We started with around 5 kids, and now on November we started with 2 more, which we tried to like take it slow, but we're looking forward that on December we will start with 10 kids per class. As you can see in the calendar, we do have different activities. We have movie night, we have art class, we have already also added on November Toddler Time. I know it has been a long time that we hadn't have Toddler Time. We incorporated it again. We are having very good numbers. All the spaces that we have available, they have been built up. So it's very nice to see people starting to come back again. On Wednesdays is when we have Toddler Time in the morning, and we have story time at 5 p.m. We also have stream, and we have incorporated riddles, which are the favorite for kids. They do come a lot on Fridays. On Saturdays, we do alternate with some other activities called Makerspace, where we give the kids crafts, and they just use their imaginations just to do what they prefer. Um, that's it about what we're doing in activities. I mean, we have pretty much the schedule uh, complete. We do an activity each day. Uh, Kids are coming around 5 p.m. That's when we have our classes. And classes usually take around 30 minutes to 45 minutes. It just depends on the class. And um, we have had special events, as you can move forward. We did have a spooky monster story contest, and that story monster contest, it was very nice. We saw a lot of talent, and I do want to mention a special kid because it was Mr. Garcia's idea that we were so impressed with his story because he's a kindergartner, and he actually made a book. He made a book, and he was recognized by the commissioners and the, the mayor as well. He was here. Uh, re- he was recognized because he actually did the book, but he also did illustrations of the book. So he's barely 4 years old. So that's what got our attention. During the guidelines, we try to follow depending on what age range they are in. So he wrote like 3 sentences per page. So that was very impressive to us. Um, Thinking that he's barely starting to write, and his name is Gadir Alarcon. We were very happy to have him and his family as well. I don't know if you want to stop by the library and check out the book. Mr. Garcia should have it in his office.
Uh, Is he from here?
He's from Pharr. Yes, he's from Pharr, and he goes to Vanguard Academy. He's a Pharr resident. And that's it about the Spooky Monster Story contest. We moving forward, we also had Dia de los Muertos cookie decorating activity. We had the kids go and decorate a cookie. We just bought the cookies and they were able to place like the icing and the sprinkles, and at the same time we showed cocoa, so they had a very nice time there as well. We had around, if I'm not mistaken, we had around 32 people coming, so it was full. Yes.
Wow.
I had a question on your activities, your daily activities at 5 p.m. Do you have a limit of children that can join, or is it
We do
open
have
to?
we do have a limit for 2 classes. For art class, we have a limit now for November of 7 kids
7?
plus a parent. Starting December, we're planning to go to 10, and probably in January we will go to 15. That's the plan. We tend to do that with art classes and stream classes because the materials are not as much. So we try to stay a little bit with those numbers. But other than that, the other activities, they're open to go. Like whoever wants to go, it's opened, which is movie, story time. Everyone can go. Makerspace on Fridays, riddles. Saturdays we have, I don't know if Saturdays we have game day. We alternated with Lego Day, which we just give out the blocks, and as well we have Movie Mania, and that's open to everyone. So
That's what I was gonna ask you.
there's no capacity
What-
limit.
What if you
to
go
that.
over the limit of a certain class? What do you do with those?
With the art classes and the
Yes.
stream, we actually tell them, hey, we're sorry, we do have a limit. We do specify it on Facebook that we have a certain amount of open spaces, and we do tell them that in order for them to be part of it, they have to call beforehand. That way they can apart their space.
That was my next question. Do you send these to the schools?
We actually do, but at the same time, we put it on our Facebook page. So unless the school requests like, hey guys, what are you guys doing? We we email them all the information.
And do you ask them to announce it?
Yes,
Announce the
yes,
activities?
yes. Once they usually tend to reach out to us, and once they do that, I send them the calendar, and I do tell them, okay, so parents can know what we are doing over here. Yes.
Because I think that you would need another library if
Everybody
everybody would show.
Yes, we're having very good numbers, and that's why we're trying like to open more spaces every single month. We just are giving it a little bit more of time because we're still on COVID. But seeing the numbers, I think we're probably
Open it up to more
increase.
students.
Yes. We're
And all
probably
the materials and paints and things come out of the budget, the library. Pardon? Oh, okay.
Parents have to call in ahead of time to register their kids for these
yes,
type of activities?
as only for those 2 classes, since they do require like a pre-registration.
Okay.
But they are open like even if they call 15 minutes prior to the class.
And these are also, we also have these at the DHR, Verna? These
Yes,
activities?
we do alternate. We do 1 week at PML and 1 week at DRC
DRC, not DHR.
to give the opportunity to
For
everyone.
everybody.
DRC.
Okay.
Development Initiative Center.
They're
Yes.
similar.
Similar. Daniela, did you mention the age,
Age
Age
range?
range.
for the
Yes, for the art classes.
It's between 4 years and 12 years old.
Wow.
Yes.
So you,
We
but
try
you
to
have
make
that
What a
many
big
students, so
range.
it's
Yes,
So-
we try to make it focused on trying to make everyone to like have a good time doing it, and for the kids that are older not to get bored because sometimes some crafts could be
Oh,
like
yes. We're all
for,
teachers.
yes. So we try to focus on something that we're going to have every kid entertained. So that's what we do. Yes.
on your art classes, the two that you have for the famous artist, what did you do? What activity was done for Van Gogh and Matisse?
For which one?
Activity did you do? What art activity did you do for those two classes?
Okay, for
The one that
The
came
one
up
on
with
the
book?
9th and the 16th.
Oh,
the
Because
nine,
you
let
have
me see,
Matisse
'cause
and
I
Van Gogh.
don't recall. Oh, okay. So for the ninth, we actually did we grabbed some leaves from outside
Uh-huh.
and they actually painted them.
oh.
So that was basically it. And then for the uh Visa and Banga, they did like a frame and they painted it as well. Yeah, they basically tried to do uh
So they were trying to draw
Replicate,
what
yeah.
they saw, what they,
yes.
okay, interesting. That's good that you're exposing them to that.
Yes, yes, it's
To
good.
those-
We try to get whatever class we do, we try to focus on art, we try to focus on literature, just for them to not only enjoy it but
to
also
be familiar.
learn.
On the Charlie Brown, which is on Monday, where is it going to be at? Because it doesn't specifically say.
Charlie Brown is going to be at the Development and Research Center. So since we alternate on the 15th, we had it at PML, so on the 22nd, it's going to be at DRC.
I do too. That's
PML.
That's how my colleagues and I dressed up for Halloween.
Oh, how
We were the
cute.
Charlie Brown cast.
I read the cartoon every day in the newspaper. It's so creative. It's so
Entertaining.
And then moving forward, we also are having a special guest on the 24th for Toddler Time, Miss Rosales. She will be doing a craft story time and she will be talking a little bit about what she does. She has a business where she tries to promote how parents actually influence on the education of kids. So she's also going to be talking about that as well. We try to first do all the fun activities, and then at the end she will be presenting that to the parents as well. And that's going to be on the 24th.
Do you let the parents accompany the child?
Yes, we do. We allow one parent per child
And they,
because we
they
don't
help?
have big
Chairs.
chairs for them to sit around.
Yeah.
So yes. And you can see some pictures over here. We have some pictures of the kids that won for the spooky contest. We did give them a certificate and a basket full of goodies. And then in the next page, these are some pictures of the kids actually doing the cookie activity.
Do you have a picture of the child that
Yes.
created a book?
Kadir, he's gonna be he participates in every activity, so he's always at the library. He enjoys it a lot, so he's gonna be in every picture. In the first picture, he's the one on the left bottom left. And to make it clearer, on the second set of pictures, he's the one holding the monkey.
The
The
monkey?
monkey, right?
Oh,
Yes.
he's cute.
Yes. And then on the next picture, you could see the framer I was talking about. We did this for an art class. So you can see the art class with our staff as well. Right now, we are working on our Christmas decorations. We should be finished before the 29th. So we're working very hard. I hope you guys get a chance and an opportunity to go and check them out as well.
Great. Well, we'll try.
Any more
Very
questions?
Very interesting. We hadn't asked that many questions, right?
No, it's okay. It's okay.
Can we go?
It's okay.
Senior citizen. Adolfo, you're failing us.
Any other questions? No?
You're doing a great job.
Great
Thank
job.
you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Tell us about the wreaths.
The wreath.
The wreaths.
That's.
Oh, that will
that's
be
yours.
with
Okay,
Carlos.
I'm sorry.
Wait.
Because isn't it on your page too?
No, this is the older one, the older teens.
No, but I'm talking about this web back here.
That's right. Too.
I saw another picture. over
coworker.
I
here.
hope to
That's
see
what-
you next time.
Hopefully. I don't think so, to be
so.
honest, but because it's in January, so
You have a substitute for her? You?
No.
Thank you.
And
Thank you.
Good luck to you.
Thank you.
Good evening, board. My name is Carlos Alvarez, and I'm the reference supervisor here at the Pharr Memorial Library. This last month, for the month of October, we had a lot of events actually going on at the reference department for teens and adults. We went ahead and started with the craft. So the craft would be for teens, and we actually, as Mr. Garcia and my colleagues mentioned, we have been getting a lot of more people and a lot more teens coming to the library. So that's really good news. Our programming is actually, the numbers are going up. So we are actually having a good turnout. As you may see, the first one was a teen contest where they had to build a house out of cookies and candy. So as you see in the picture on the right side, those are the participants and those are the houses that were actually created. And the winner would actually win a basket, and we would include several library goodies that we had to actually pump them up and actually make them participate and actually have a good turnout. So we actually had those people or the teens participate that day. After that, we had a painting class for adults. Anybody from anywhere could come in and sign up for the course. And actually, we also had a good turnout. We had several adults sign up. We had a good turnout on that. We had 10 people come to that course, and they would. We have Rodrigo Luengo, who is actually our staff member, and he actually knows how to teach the course. He's an art major, so he knows about painting. So he actually helped on that very well. And after that, we had El Dia de los Muertos Memorial Wreath. As you know, the Dia de los Muertos is something that's celebrated in Mexico, where they take the wreath to their loved ones. So we had a craft on that as well for adults. So adults were able to go to the library and pick up a wreath. And we call them memorial wreaths because it is said that Dia de los Muertos, that's when our loved ones who had passed come that day to visit their loved ones here on Earth. So that wreath, they were able to go and leave it at their tombstone if they would like, or at their altar if they had one at their home. So we had a very good turnout. We actually had about 25 people come in for that, or adults to come for that craft. So it was really a really big turnout, and I was not expecting that many, but we actually had a good turnout
Wow.
for Dia de los Muertos wreath.
I would have loved to have come.
Did they get help doing the wreath? Because I wouldn't know what to do.
Um,
Like, put it together like,
yes, it was pre-made, so they just had to finish it up.
oh.
So it was
Okay.
yes. So it was
That's
pre-made.
easy.
Yes. So that was a good part. It was pre-made, so they
I
really
love making wreaths.
yes.
I'd make all my wreaths.
And we actually have Jaime, so Jaime's really good at wreaths as well. So he
Mhm.
he guides very well our patrons on how to do that.
There were only women?
No,
There was some
Oh.
men that actually came by.
Oh, I see it. I see him.
Yes.
Okay. That's good.
Yeah, so we had a really good turnout on that, that event. And then after that, we
Did you
had
play
another
here?
teen event, and there was a spooky art painting. So we had a painting about a skull and a black cat, and they had to decorate it with gems. And since it was a scary theme for Halloween, we actually had a very good turnout as well. As you can see the pictures, we had families, teens and their friends come by for this craft as well. So slowly but surely, our turnout has been picking up drastically for the teen and adult programming. Also next, we did have the Far From Normal writing contest, and it's actually our seventh year doing this. We did have a good turnout. We have two categories: it's adults and teens, and we actually had a good turnout. And our team of judges actually had a difficult time actually deciding who would be the
I
winning
bet.
because we have first, second, and third place for each category, adults and teens. So we actually had to go through them several times to verify to verify the winners. But at the end of the day, we actually went with our winners. So for the adults, the first place was Mr. Eleuterio Blanco Jr., who is a teacher at Bears.
Wow.
Oh,
Second place is Mark Esperanza. And third place is our local writer from Pharr, Thomas Ray Garcia.
I know.
And
Thomas Ray.
for the teens, first place is Abigail Molina. Second place is Ana Garcia, who is actually president of the writing club at Bears as well. And third place was Mr. Julio Cortez. So those were our winners. The first place the first place got $100 cash. Second
Wow.
place got $75 cash, and the third place got $50 cash.
Why didn't you
Wow.
invite me?
Yeah, so they were pretty excited, as you can see on the pictures on the right side. Those are the winners that we actually came by, took a picture with us, and yeah, so we actually do this every year in the
Were
last
they all
7 years.
men?
No, we have Anna, Abigail, and
At the wrong
Abigail.
place?
it's right here.
yes,
Yeah,
the
that's what
bottom
I'm
ones.
looking at. Oh,
No, that other page you were on,
the page I was
the
on.
very bottom,
Okay.
that one, those two.
I don't see any women.
No, those two little ones, and those two little
Oh,
The
pictures.
picture might be a little bit,
Yeah.
I guess, a little
You
bit
should
small.
have blown them up.
Yes, I will next time.
Like in the two little pictures.
Yeah, no
Yes,
wonder I
but
couldn't see it.
but yes, we did have a really good turnout, so we're really excited for that. I did send the flyers, and I do send the flyers to the PSJA head librarian, and she makes
Oh,
sure
really?
to head them
That's
out.
good.
So she spreads them out, and in order for us to be in the safe side, we also send it to the public affairs department, and they send in an email for all the teachers. So I'm hoping that that's going on. So that she actually helps us a lot to get a turnout. Yes, and we also send it to Vanguard and Idea Academy.
And all the supplies are also provided.
Right, everything's provided, everything's free. All you have to do is sign up and call the library to reserve your spot.
Hmm.
So we've been getting a really good turnout in all the crafts and the contests that we've had. So I'm pretty happy for that going on.
Since you all had the Dia de los Muertos wreaths, have you thought about doing a class for the Christmas wreaths, like for the door?
We've been thinking about it, so more than likely we'll do that. I know we have a craft as well that's coming up, and it's going to be a piñata for the end of the year.
Uh-huh.
So we're actually working on that as well.
Everything is on sale right now.
Yes.
I just went yesterday.
And then for our next event, we had a local artist by the name of Tanya Viveros. She's a local artist. She is a teacher here at Raiders or North. What is it? PSJ North. PSJ North, and she's a teacher there, an art teacher, and she brought her artwork. So we actually had a really good turnout. As you can see, her art is on display at the Galleria 121. It will be there till the last day of November, which is November 30th. We had a good turnout. She went ahead and presented her artwork. She talked on what inspired her to do her artwork, what each artwork that she had there meant for her, and how she got inspired to actually do the artwork that was on display. She also talked about her a little bit about herself, on how she became an artist and how she loves to help kids express themselves more with the arts. So that's why she's an art teacher. We had a really good turnout. As you can see the pictures, we are getting more people to the library and more people attending to the events. And I mean, now that the vaccine is out, more people feel confident coming back to the public places and helping participate. We also had another craft for adults. It was a do-it-yourself fall wall decor. So we had a wooden frame, and they had to decorate it with a fall theme. So they're pretty popular right now. So that's what they did, and it was a good turnout. The next craft that we will be having is a fall window craft for teens. So actually, that's going to be happening this coming Saturday from 3 to 4, and we are halfway filling in the spaces, the slots that we have available. And again, none of these, everything's free. Uh, 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 you just have to call and reserve your spot. We don't charge anything, and it can be anybody. And we'll teach you step by step how to do the craft, so you can have a good time while at the library as well. Yes. Our next coming events for December, at the Galleria, we will have artist Roel Flores, who will be bringing his artwork to the Galleria 121. So he's going to be our next artist. He will be having Meet the Author event Saturday, December 11th from 2 to 4. So we just got those dates today, so that's going to be the dates. And he's also going to be presenting a book that's called La Última Pesada, where it talks about his life, how he came into the world of art, and how he became an artist after several life events that he had.
I actually purchased that book,
Oh, you did?
so I'm waiting to go so he can autograph
Okay.
it.
Yes, he will be there. So
Yes.
it will be December 11th from 2 to 4.
Roel
La
Flores,
última
is he from
pesada.
here?
He's a I think
He's
a
from
musician
Westaco.
From
Really?
Yes,
he's from which city?
Westaco.
Westaco.
Yes.
Mhm.
So
Wow.
he's going to be presenting about his book, and he's going to be talking about how he became an artist and everything behind the book as well.
What does pesada mean?
Wait.
A weigh in.
The cotton. Es el algodón,
Ah, la
última pesada.
pesada. I thought you had misspelled
It's a
it.
beautiful
Posada.
book.
Posada.
No, it's a beautiful book, and he has his paintings.
You were thinking of.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we will be having him talking about the
How
book.
cute. Yeah,
Yes.
but it's interesting.
Yes. And his art, he's going to bring his artwork. So starting December 1st, it will be up in the Galleria. So you're more than welcome to stop by and check it out. And also, we invite you to check out the one we have right now with Miss Tanya's Viveros. It's still up there. And as I mentioned, it's going to be there towards the end of November. And starting December 1st, we will have Mr. Flores' artwork. Another author that we will be having at the library would be Miss Deborah Atlas, and she will be presenting her new book, "You Aren't Depression," with the title "You Aren't Depression's Victim." So she's going to be talking about depression and how, with this book, she can help you out, taking you out of depression and things that can help you during the holidays not to be depressed, especially during the last 2 years that a lot of people have gone through too much. So much. So she's going to be presenting her book, and the book just came out a few months ago. So she wants to take the word out so that people can actually read her book. And we will also have that book at a library ready to check out for our patrons. As I mentioned, we will be having a piñata craft for teens. So a lot of
I think
tradition.
that's fun.
It's a tradition to sometimes hit the piñata at the end of the year and have fun when you're with your family, with your kids. So we're actually gonna have a piñata making craft for teens. And for the adult craft, we will be having a do it your own or do it yourself. It's a it's like a jar with everything that we're gonna have different cartoons that you have to put on the jar, and you make it seem like it's snowing in the jar. So it's a snow globe.
A snow globe.
Yes. So it's a do-it-yourself. So we'll teach you all the materials will be provided. They're all free. All you have to do is call the library and reserve your spot for that. So
How many spots for that one?
right now there's
Sign me
there's
up.
right
It's
now,
sold out. There's
Mr.
already 5 of us
Garcia,
here.
he doesn't
Can we
have to
just sign
go.
up
Board
already?
members are not invited.
so yeah, so we will be
How to do
as
snow globe.
right now we have 10 spots open. So
10.
yes,
Uh,
so
Tomorrow
me up.
morning.
it's for adult.
Okay. Snow globe.
So yes, and we're also purchasing new books, especially study guides for the next coming year, 2022. Everything that's being updated for the following year. So we bought that. That's nonfiction study guides, especially the TSI, the GRE to go to school. So we're focusing on those first, so that our kids can have a study guide to study before actually taking the test. Yeah, so with that being said, I don't know if there's any questions, concerns. I know it was a busy October. and it's-
Yes, you did a lot.
yes, a busy October, November, and we're still going to start working more for the month of December.
Yeah, I bet. It's gonna be
Yes,
more people.
yes,
Mhm.
yes.
Very interesting.
I don't know, have
Yeah.
any questions or concerns?
Mr. Garcia, no wonder you attract so many people to the library. You all do a fabulous job.
Yes,
You
very
all don't
talented.
remember, but when we were little, we didn't have libraries, period,
We
okay?
had to be quiet.
Then, a little later on, we had libraries to go and check out books, and that was it. Nothing to attract us. I never went to a library until I was in school. And not elementary, because we didn't have a library when we were in elementary.
Oh wow.
But now, so many things are happening at the library other than checking out books.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And we couldn't talk at the library.
couldn't
It had to be
talk.
quiet.
Oh, no.
Shushing librarian.
We would get that.
Yes. Well, I do want to admit, or I have this thing. I was kicked out of a library. I don't want to mention which public library, but it was at a city, starts with a W, in the Mid Valley. I still remember that guy, and he's still working there. So I got kicked out, but it was because of me. I was a terrible teen patron. So at that time, a library it was just more of a hangout for young adults or middle schoolers, because it was close by. It was on my way home, so my friends and I would
Well, at least you have one. You're still young,
yeah. So
but
we had a place to
oldies
go.
like
The
us,
library.
we didn't have
But
libraries.
Libraries have evolved. We have to stay relevant. We have to make sure that we're part of the community. It is a place where people go and find the services that they need, and we're here to serve everyone, especially our resident of the city of Pharr. You don't have any more questions? That's it for my report, my staff reports. I do welcome you to stop, tell someone, or tell everyone where we are open 100%. Our services are there and there for our patrons.
Thank you. Very interesting. Very nice meeting.
Thank you very much.
Very good. Very good. And I didn't cough
Just have
because I
to,
talked.
you just have to adjourn.
Oh, I forget. I always forget. We're still waiting.
for you.
Do we have a motion to adjourn? It was so interesting that we don't want to adjourn. Do Do I hear a motion to
I
adjourn?
motion that we adjourn.
Emma?
I
Second.
second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you, sir, for reminding me.
You're welcome.
We were sitting here.
It was too interesting.